Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys an updated build for this Stardust Assault deck. Because, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner, I guess connect the dots sooner. This is insane, this is so cool. Okay, so first off, you play triple Stardust Assault because he's like the boss monster of the deck. The whole purpose is to turbo this guy out as fast as possible and just control the tempo that way, right? Then you have your psi-reflector, which is basically your consistency card, right? One of the most recent support. Oh, another thing to note, this got eroded, so it includes effects as well. It's not just activation, because the older cards, like this one, it only says states activation, whereas the new text says effect as well. Okay, so whenever this gets normal summon or special summon, you can add a card that lists assault mode activate in its text to your hand, right? And you can reveal an assault mode activate to special summon a card that has assault mode activate in its card text, right? It's very weird how that's worded. But yeah, and this one, it lets you tribute it to bring out this guy, basically. That's all it does. And then also you're bound to synchro summoning once you use that effect, right? So you tribute this, special summon this, you're bound to only synchro summoning, which is a bit kind of annoying, but I guess I guess it's fair. I guess it'd be amazing if it was like that though. And then it has a secondary effect that you don't really use, but I guess you can utilize it. You can reveal a synchro monster in your extra deck, and then you target a monster and it becomes that type and attribute. So that's pretty neat. And of course you play your one assault beast. I've seen a few builds, they play like multiples of this, but you only need one just for the material when you don't open this and you just open this by itself, because since you don't have the level 4 that you to bring back, you can't like search the assault mode activate, you know, so you have to search this to pitch and search on the assault mode activate so that you can have a material to revive and synchro and make your Stardust, right? But the more I was testing, I think I might change my mind, because like there's been instances where you want to like search this instead of this, because you have the Dawnwalker in hand. But I don't know, I'm still testing it, so I don't know, it's a bit odd. But anyways, this is the discovery, which is amazing, right? This guy, Escator Dawnwalker, right? So basically what this does is you discard a card and you can special summon it from your hand, and then you can special summon a fire ant from your hand or deck. Okay, so the reason why that's good is because this gives you an instant of weight, right? And paired up with this guy, this card is amazing, because if you open up these two together, that's a Stardust Assault mode turn 1, right? And that's without normal summoning, right? That's without normal summoning. So what happens is you go pitch this to the graveyard, special this, right? And then this special summons fire ant, right? And what this one does is you can banish it from your graveyard to set an assault mode activate, right, from your deck, right? And you can use it that turn, which is why it's amazing. And then you synchro these two, right? Make your Stardust Dragon, right? And then you can activate it right there and then, and summon your Stardust Assault mode. That's really cool. That's really good, right? That's without normal summoning. So you can, if you open up another one of these, which often you will, because you have triple tanky, triple this. So you're gonna have 2 Stardust by turn 2 basically, and that's insane, right? So that's like the reason for the update of the deck. That's crazy. Like it's a very minimal change, but it's quite impactful, right? And then I kept it very generic, very okay. I guess what's the build like, you know? So with this newfound discovery, right? It was like, okay, well, I guess just keep it simple. Just put like engine and hand traps, right? That's basically what's come down to now. Like have a core, have a decent, consistent core, and then have the hand traps, right? That's basically what this is. Then you have triple Ash, triple Gamma, and of course your driver. And then of course you play impermanence, because when you use it, both of the guys' effects, your board is cleared, so you can just use it from your hand, and then don't expect it, which is a bit obscure, right? Because like those type of things are not really easily played around, because like, okay, well, you have 2 bodies and they're not gonna expect it impermanence. Like That's like the first thing from their mind, right? But yeah, and it plays around talents as well. It's good going second and first. It's like they can get like a spell and trap depending on the matchup, right? But yeah, like this is it's very generic, very standard. But so far, it's pretty cool, cause like I was testing it like with the Hulk sequence, right? Because psi-reflector is a 1-card Hulk, and you just make the whole sequence, the whole Savage and Herald, right? But it kind of contradicts with a Dawnwalker, because you're kind of bound by Synchro summoning, so it's synced up. But anyways, then you have your teleport, because it's summon psi-reflector, 1-for-1 and summon psi-reflector, and reborn, because it's reborn Stardust. Because sometimes you open up like multiple of what's it called, summon activates, and you just do the play you did with the Dawnwalker, revive this, set your assault mode activate, and you have 2 right there. Like, it's so good. And then you're gonna go with the rest of it. Oh, this one's cool, because this card is really good now, like really good. Because what happens? You know how I told you about the Dawnwalker, right? You're gonna have these 2 in your graveyard, right? It's essentially the same thing as this, where you revive the Stardust, but this lets you because you're gonna open up multiple Stardust summon activates. So you're gonna have you don't want it to be dead, so you just use this, banish these from grave, and it doesn't matter that its effect's negated. Wait, it doesn't die during end phase, right? Yeah, it's here. It is. So you can read it as well. You can banish 1 tuner and up to 2 non-tuner monsters from your graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 Stardust Synchro monster from your extra deck whose level equals the total levels of those banished monsters. But it's an effect. Its effects negation, and it counts as a synchro summon. So that's really good, right? That's really good. That means you can revive it because it counts as a synchro summon. So you just banish this, right? Banish these 2, bring out this, set your extra summon activates, and you get your double Stardust somewhere there. Like, it's so cool. Consistency is key when you want to compete competitively, right? And then of course you have your triple tanking, just more consistency cards. Just search your sentinel, because this searches these are beast warriors. Okay, and then you have your call by the grid, because you don't want to lose to no Ash when you go to summon activate. That's like the biggest nightmare you have, which is why you play Gamma, because Gamma lets you play around it. Because like if you tribute these as cost, right? Tribute this as cost, they might Ash you, and then you can just chain Gamma, and then make a Stardust there, or make an Omega. You know, like, and just like it's just like that. Same thing with summon activate. You have your Stardust, you set your summon activate, and then you go, okay, standby phase, activate. They go Ash, you just chain Gamma, and it brings out your guy. Like, it's just, you want to ensure that your summon activate results. Okay, and this might seem a bit excessive, but you just want to pull off that combo basically. You just want to pull it off, right? You just want to pull off this, do this play as a secondary, primary play, and be able to just get to start a sub mode as consistent as possible. And then you have this, of course, triple sub mode activate, right? It's a bit odd because if you think about it, 9 card, you have like 9 bricks kind of. You have 3, 6, 9, right? So maybe increasing the card count might be a bit needed. But at this point, this is just basically 40 for those of you that they want to stay within the 40 range. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I was testing it and that was pretty good. Like, it's pretty decent. But I think incorporating the Hulk sequence will be kind of beneficial. But for that to happen, I think you need to add like these guys, which is, if you remember, the level 1 synchro deck. But you have to play these because they don't use your normal summon, so you can go special, right? And then you can utilize this and search your psi-reflector because it's level 1. Look, it's level 1, so you can just do that, you know. So it's really, really cool. And then the fact, like, and then one of the things I noticed as well was because you with the librarian draws, you're gonna be drawing so much, right? And normally, typically, you wouldn't want that because you do not want to draw into these guys, right? But you're playing this, so you can just make Stardust and summon it from your hand directly, which is cool. Like I was like, oh yeah, because at first I was like, no, it won't work because you'd be drawing so much that you might draw into these guys. But then I was like, wait, that doesn't matter. You have this to summon it from your hand either way. So I was like, oh, it wouldn't be so bad. And it lets you just do like, the example, right? Let's say you go special, right? Special, and then you have this, right? You can search your psi-reflector, right? And then this does your Hulk sequence, right? If it resolves, then you just after it resolves, use that, set up your Stardust Assault mode. Like, how cool is that? You have Savage, Herald, and a Stardust Assault mode. On top of the cards you might draw. Like, you might even end up drawing into multiples of these guys to make your Stardust Assault mode. Like, how cool is that? That's freaking amazing, dude. But yeah, that's I'm still figuring that out right now. But it's like, from what I was test handing, doing test hands, it was pretty cool. And the extra deck is, since you're not playing the Hulk yet, yeah, but you have to play this because in case they stop your psi-reflector. And then you have your Stardust, because you can make this, which is quite cool. Because something that kept occurring was having a formula and one of the level 4s engraved, right? Have this engraved, and you just make this, right? And then you can revive a formula or like O-line, right? And that came up a lot and make you Stardust that way. But yeah, then of course you have this guy, Black Rose, because you can make that. Start this guy because you can make it, and then you can make these guys as well. And then your triple Stardust. But this is just like the generic, like without the Hulk sequence. So you can just easily just add the Hulk sequence because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But of course you would have to cut these, right? You would have to cut these. You would have to cut these and then just add in the, add in these. I'll do another deck profile with that build. But for now, I just wanted to quickly just get this out there so you can start messing around with it, and I guess help me out as well. Like, oh, you can do this, you can do that, But it's super fun. Like, it's super fun summoning out Stardust like someone like that fast. It's crazy. But that's basically gonna be it. I'll do another video with test hands with this particular build, and then after that, I'll do the updated build with the Hulk, and then I'll do another test hand after that, and then yeah. That's gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.